So, welcome to HK Mastermind. My name is Karan Borwa. So, last class আমি discuss করেছিল what is a decomposition reaction, what is a displacement reaction, and definitions আমি পঢ়িলো, examples পঢ়িলো. So, today in this session we are going to discuss what is a double displacement reaction. আমি ভয় খাব নালাগে যদি কয় decomposition reaction কি হয়, displacement, what is a double decomposition reaction? No. We will make it very simple. Our previous videos kini apnaloge jodi sai all the types of reactions ami general formula diye kina bujhao, so you will understand the concept of how a reaction proceeds. So now we are going to look at how double displacement reaction looks like. Double displacement reactions. Okay, now Mondibo, in displacement we can also say single displacement reaction on ami A2 poristiti dekhesilo A plus BC, where A is more reactive compared to B. So A will take C and become AC plus B. Okay, now আমি displacement reaction বুঝি গলো কি হয়, আমি এটা some double displacement reaction. So double displacement reaction on আমি এনেকুৱা এটা বস্তু দেখিবলৈ পাম. So in double displacement the general formula is, মই আগতে formula to লিখি লৈছো. I'll write the formula first and then I will make you explain. Okay, so it will be easier for me to explain to you and it will be easier for you to understand. General formula, let us take AB plus CD. Okay, yat ki hobo, A after proceeding with the reaction will take D and C in exchange will take B. So the reaction will look like this: A D, A jita D loi lole and C B loi lobo plus BC nohoy ami CB boli likhim. So look at this reaction. A will take D. AB asile, now it becomes AD. So C khong uthi gol. C is angry because D has gone from my side, so I will take B from A. That is double displacement reaction. So double exchange. Toy muk dili moi tuklom. It's like that. Okay. So this is the general formula for a double displacement reaction. So the definition of a double displacement reaction, if you are asked in the exam, that you will write a double displacement reaction is a type of chemical reaction in which exchange of ions takes place between two ionic compounds in aqueous solution. Akko ebar koisu, the type of chemical reaction where exchange of ions take place between two ionic compounds in aqueous solution. Exchange of ions between two ionic compounds in aqueous state. Okay, that is double displacement reaction. Definition to follow. Now let us go for the examples. I will rough this. Okay, examples. What will be the first example? Let us see. Okay, the first example will be, we will take sodium sulfate Na2SO4. Remember, amak koisile definition of aqueous state. So all the compounds that you take for double displacement reaction will be in aqueous format. Aqueous format thakile we write AQ. So Na2SO4, thik ase na? Yeah, SO4 power to 2 hoy, so Na tolat 2, Na power to 1, so SO4 tolat 1. Okay, NaSO4 plus, we are taking barium chloride, BaCl2, since Ba barium of power to 2 hoy, chloride of power 2, chlorine of power to 1, aqueous. Now how will this reaction proceed further? Ami dhorilam A, B, C, D. Discuss ki korisilu general formula. A will take D and C will take B. So eta yat ki hobo? Na, which is A, lobo D. So first product ami pai galo NaCl, which is also sodium chloride. Sodium chloride, aqueous, pahori na jabo. Second product will be ki koisilo ami Cb form hobo, Ad plus Cb. So C is Ba and B is SO4. So none other than barium sulfate in aqueous format. Barium sulfate. Okay, this is the prime and one of the most perfect examples for a double displacement reaction. Ami pai gelo Na2SO4, sodium sulfate plus barium chloride will give you sodium chloride plus barium sulfate. Now balance it. Na ya duta ase, chloride duta ase, so you just have to add 2 in front of this. So duta Na, duta chloride. Okay, that was the first example. Now let us move forward with more examples. This time let's take potassium. Potassium symbol to monot ase ne? It was, yes, K, KBr. Let us take potassium bromide. This is potassium, potato no, potassium, potassium bromide. It will be in aqueous format. So KBr lo, KBr logot ki lole bhalo hobo ami, yeah, we will take silver nitrate. This is also one of the most beautiful examples of a double displacement reaction. Again, ki hobo? Ita apnaloke kok nije K, suppose, okay, it will likhi disu for your convenience. A, B, C, D. So K will take, A will take D. So K will combine with nitrate. Buji paise ne kiba? K is A, so K will directly go and grab D. C khong uthi jabo, so he big tani loi dibo. C yat kun hoy Ag, which is silver. Silver khong uthi gol, so khong uthi kene bromine tani loi. Bromide. So silver bromide. Bromine or power 2 is 1 and silver power to 1. So 1 1. Yat ami 2 3 lekhai ko proyojon. KNO3. Okay, this is another example of a double displacement reaction. Okay. Okay, then let us move forward with more examples. Let us take HCl plus this time sodium hydroxide. Okay, sodium hydroxide. Now you can only tell what is going to happen in this reaction. H will go towards OH to form water and Na will come to take Cl. So again NaCl plus H2O. Okay. I hope you understand this reaction. Buji pale apnaloke. So double displacement reaction, very simple, very easy, but you always remember the general formula for each type of reaction and you will never lose logic. One last example from double decomposition reaction. Ebar ami lo Na2 S. This is sodium sulfide. Sodium sulfide. লৈ লওঁ hydrochloric acid HCl. This is hydrochloric acid. লিখি দিছো বাৰু, but most of you know hydrochloric acid. Okay, so again we'll take the general formula CD. We will get sodium chloride because A will go to grab D. So Na, when it goes to grab Cl, NaCl plus now C will take B, so H will come towards sulfur, H2S. This is a very famous gas called hydrogen sulfide. It is very famous because it has a very foul smelling odor, H2S, and you will become more familiar with H2S once you reach class 11 and 12 in your practical chemistry. Okay, so this was the last example for double decomposition reaction. Now you have ample examples for displacement reaction, double displacement reaction. Exam ahila apnaloke dhuniya ke likhibole paribo. Okay, so we finished explanation of double displacement reaction. Now we will move forward to the next type of chemical reaction, that is oxidation and reduction reactions. So oxidation or reduction reactions are ki hoy ami eta sabole koisu. So oxidation and reduction reactions. What exactly is an oxidation reaction and a reduction reaction? Very simple. Confuse oxidation and reduction tahanto word tute ase meaning. So a type of chemical reaction in which the compounds get oxidized is called an oxidation reaction. Oxidized or meaning to hoise addition of oxygen atoms. So ami eneka kobo paru a type of chemical reactions in which oxygen atom is added to a compound is an oxidation reduction. And reduction reaction reduction reactions are completely opposite of oxidation reactions. So ami reduction a type of chemical reaction in which there is loss of oxygen atoms or addition of hydrogen atoms. So reduction ki hoy either loss of oxygen atom hoy nohole addition of hydrogen atoms. That is called a reduction reaction. So let me explain to you what is the oxidation reaction with the help of a chemical reaction. So ami law copper. Let me take copper, Cu, copper solid, plus oxygen, which is a gas. Ami pam ki we will get CuO, which is solid, copper oxide. Now if we see this reaction carefully, we see that there is addition of oxygen atom to copper. So suppose if this is A, this is a reactant, and this is oxygen atoms, O atoms. So O atoms se jodi A to add ho jaye, just like how oxygen is getting added to Cu and becoming CuO, that we can say like, then we can say copper is getting oxidized. In another language we can say copper is gaining oxygen, oxygen, zero not oxygen atoms. এই দুটা কন্ডিশন যেতিয়া যিকোনো ৰিয়েকশ্যনে স্যাটিসফাই কৰে দেন we can say it's a oxidation reaction. So did you understand what exactly is an oxidation reaction? So if you still have confusion, I can explain it to you with one more example. Let us take the help of zinc, Z and zinc solid, plus again you add the oxygen, we see it becomes ZnO is a solid. Yeah, zinc oxide, zinc oxide. This is zinc oxygen O atom. Now what is happening? Zinc, suppose zinc is A, into O atoms, oxygen atoms. Here oxygen is being added, oxygen atoms is being added to A, oxygen atoms is being added to zinc and becoming zinc oxide. So we can say zinc is getting oxidized. In other language we can say zinc is gaining oxygen atoms. So when we say an element or a compound is gaining oxygen atoms, directly আমি কি কও? It is an oxidation reaction. So oxidation reaction. So I hope you understand what is an oxidation reaction. Bare it's like a tongue twister. Oxidation reduction, like I say, oxidation reaction. Okay, the definition, the proper definition of an oxidation reaction will be class 10 question. What is an oxidation reaction? Write with example. So ami kom the type of chemical reaction which involves the gaining of oxygen atoms is called an oxidation reaction. Ako ebar koisu, the type of chemical reaction which involves the gain of oxygen atoms and getting oxidized is called oxidation reaction. Okay, now oxidation reaction we are finished. We'll move on to reduction. Reduction reactions. Reduction reactions. So as discussed, reduction reactions are complete opposite of oxidation reactions. Again আমি এটা explain করিম with the help of examples. The perfect example will be, let's take CuO, copper oxide solid, plus H2, which is a gas. So ইয়াত কি হব? Hydrogen gas will pull oxygen towards him and finally become H2O, which is a liquid, and leaving copper completely alone. Now in this reaction, did you notice the complete opposite has happened? Last time ki hoisile, copper logot ami oxygen add korote copper oxide bonisile, that was oxidation. Etia ki hoise? Copper oxide. Look at this, this is CuO, copper oxide. This is copper oxide. Hydrogen logot reaction kori dia loge loge hydrogen oxygen pull kori lole and keeping copper completely alone and forming water. So ami ki ko paro, there is loss of O atoms in CuO. Other language ami copper oxide is getting, yes, absolutely correct, reduced. Copper oxide is getting reduced. So reduced to simple copper. Do not get confused that there is a question. Question enaka ahibo pare je reaction to di dibo copper oxide plus hydrogen gives you copper plus water. Which one is getting oxidized and which one is getting reduced? Enaka question ahibo pare. So in this reduction reaction, we will say like copper oxide is getting reduced. We will not say that copper is getting reduced because ei yak thakote hi copper oxide hoy ase. He copper oxide hoi thoka obosthat reduce hoise and becoming copper. So you please etu mon koribo apnaloke etu bhul nokoribo. Copper is not getting reduced, copper oxide is getting reduced, and hydrogen is getting oxidized. Jihetu ami last oxidation reaction ki discuss korlo ji kono compound nale element eta oxygen gain kore tak ami kom oxidation. So hydrogen is gaining the oxygen and copper is getting reduced. So this is an example of reduction reaction. So okay, the proper definition of reduction reaction will be, it is a type of chemical reaction which involves the loss of O atoms, oxygen atoms, or gaining of hydrogen atoms. Class 10 or mote, that definition is perfect. It is enough to write that definition, and below definition likha tola hotai example eta dia usit. Now let us see in the last example. Apnaloke sake definitely confused hoise sare oxidation porhaote only gaining of oxidation oxygen atoms dekhale, reduction porhaote kintu ami salo je reaction copper oxide was getting reduced, at the same time hydrogen was getting oxidized. এনেকুৱা এটা ৰিয়েকশ্যনক আমি কি কওঁ where oxidation and reduction is happening at the same time, সেই ৰিয়েকশ্যনটোক আমি কওঁ redox reactions. Okay, redox reactions. The word redox comes from reduction combined with oxidation. Okay, reduction, oxidation, redox. So apnaloke already gom pai gol what is a redox reaction now. It is a type of chemical reaction where simultaneously at the same time reduction and oxidation happens at the same time. It is a type of chemical reaction which involves simultaneously the loss of oxygen atom and gain of oxygen atom. Oxidation and reduction both ekeloge at the same time hoi thake. Example eta sao ami. Let us take zinc oxide, which is a solid, plus carbon, which is also a solid. Ki pam ami zinc okole thaki jabo, plus CO gas. Now in this reaction, okay, let me give you another example. Comparative learning korile beshi bhal hobo. So MnO solid plus okay. So in this reaction, this is zinc oxide. This is carbon. Sorry for the mistake. This is carbon. Here this is zinc and this is carbon monoxide, not dioxide, monoxide. Okay, Here zinc oxide যেতিয়া কাৰ্বনৰ লগত ৰিয়েকশ্যন কৰিলে হি গৈ বনিলে কি জিংক অক্সিজেনটো হেৰুৱালে নে নাই he just lost the oxygen atom after reacting with carbon so we will say zinc oxide is getting reduced zinc oxide reduction হৈ আছে ইয়াত হৈ আছে reduction আৰু কাৰ্বনে যেতিয়া জিংক অক্সাইডৰ লগত লাগিলে when carbon reacted with zinc oxide then we can see the formation of carbon monoxide that oxygen atom eta add hole ne nai hole so we will say we will not say carbon monoxide is getting oxidized okay because carbon monoxide bona agote he was in the form of carbon oxygen zinc oxide logot log lagi he carbon monoxide banise so we will say carbon is getting oxidized oxidized I hope you understand now what is a redox reaction yat apnalage dekhi ase carbon is becoming oxidized to form carbon monoxide and zinc oxide is getting reduction hoy ase to form zinc this type of reaction is called a redox reaction similarly yat magnesium Mg this is manganese sorry not magnesium this is manganese oxide 4HCl আমি দেখি চাৰিটা HCl ৰ লগত লগ লাগি বনি আছে MnCl2 plus H2O ইয়াত কি হৈছে MnO বনি গল MnCl loss of oxygen that means reduction and here HCl has become H2O Cl2 Mn ত গুচি গল and oxygen from the Mn came to H and became H2O. So yat ki hoy ase oxidation. Yate likhi disu. Oxidation reduction happening at the same time. So these two are perfect examples of oxidation and reduction reactions. So thus we've come to the end of the topic. Types of chemical reaction ki types asile ami discuss korlo definition with examples if you have any doubts please leave in the comments and also if this video helped you please like subscribe and share and show some love